Thanks for staying with us right here on Sunrise on this Tuesday. Now, Spelling Bee is a competition in which contestants are tasked to spell a broad selection of words, usually with a varying degree of difficulty. The Department of Basic Education hosted the National Spelling Bee Championship targeting grade 4 to grade 6. Now, to elaborate more on the Spelling Bee competition, we are now joined in studio by the Director of Sports and Enrichment from the Department of Basic Education, Sfiso Ngobese, and the winner of the competition, Tshegofatso Morapedi, and second runner-up, Yuraya Manicum. And remember, you can be part of our conversation by giving us a call on 0114471742 or 0114471620, or leave your comments on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Good morning, guys, and thanks for joining us.
Good morning
to you, sir. How are you?
Well, and you?
I'm good, thanks. So let's start it off with you in terms of like the objective and the purpose of the Spelling Bee competition that the department runs. Just take us through that.
The objective of the Spelling Bee is to ensure that we support learners in terms of reading and literacy level, because in the studies that were conducted, excuse me, there was evidence to show that literacy levels are actually very, very low, and learners are not performing at an optimal level. So one of the ways in which the department is actually responding on the issue is to organize events or things like the Spelling Bee, as well as a Read to Lead campaign, which is very closely linked to the Spelling Bee. Yeah.
All right, so the process to getting to this moment, you know, when does it start for the department?
It starts very early in the year. Remember, learners have to eliminate each other first at a classroom level. Then it goes on to the whole school, and then it goes to a second level, it goes to the district level, and right up to the provincial and then the national level. So it is quite early in the year that they have to start those elimination rounds up to national level, yeah.
Okay, so now we've got our champions in the studio. Tshegofatso comes all the way from Polokwane. What school do you go to?
I go to Litlotlo Primary School.
Litlotlo Primary School. Yes. And then we've got Yuraya, and you're from Centurion. What school do you go to?
I go to Irene Primary School.
You go to Irene Primary School. Okay, so I just want to go back to like when you guys started your journey to getting to the championship. So you beat your classmates, your grade mates, the entire school to get to this. How has the journey been for you, Tshegofatso?
It's obviously not been easy. It's been amazing because I've had the support of my parents, my friends, my teachers, and my family. So they've really helped me to get where I am today.
And then for you, Yuraya, how was it like?
It was a very long journey because last year I participated in the Spelling Bee, but I didn't make it past the provincial round. So I had to study extra hard this year to make sure I get through. And my parents really supported me and helped me to study for it.
Okay, so talking about preparing for it, what exactly do you guys have to do?
You have to read, practice, and sometimes you just have to pronounce the words in different ways because people pronounce words very differently. Yeah. And you have to know the meanings of the words, the origins, the part of speech, so that really helps when you get to practice words.
That's a lot of studying there. You have to know the origins of the words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, how did you prepare?
Well, it's not really for a spelling bee, you can't prepare alone. So I had support from my family and friends, even my little sister who tested me on words, spelling every day, and also reading newspapers and current events is also very helpful.
Okay, so we're taking your calls as well this morning to be part of our conversation. You might have a little genius in your house. 0114471742 or 0114471620. Or you could have been actually a Spelling Bee champion back in the day. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Ngobese, I mean, have you ever participated in Spelling Bee back in the day in high school?
Never at all.
Okay, but I mean, I'm sure you when you're running this competition, you come through a lot of like amazing, talented children. What do you think this program does for the children?
It's really amazing. if you were there listening at the words that they have to spell, especially when it gets to the championship round, it is quite difficult. I don't think I would have made it as an adult. You know, those words are just challenging. But I think, you know, the program allows them to, it exposes them to quite a number of new words, and it forces them to read. So those are the benefits actually of participating in such a competition. Yes.
Okay, so now how have you guys managed to prepare for this and handling your schoolwork? How did you guys cope with that?
Yeah, it's been really difficult because like during this time of the year there are like formal tasks and assignments that we have to do, but my teachers have been really supportive and helping me do all the stuff together with the spelling bee.
And you?
Well, I've tried to combine it. Like when I'm doing my homework, when I have to write essays, I sometimes use the words that I had to study and incorporated it into the essays.
Okay, so obviously it obviously helps with your reading and writing. I'm sure you guys must be sort of like the envy of your friends in school. Are you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are you? Do they always like throw difficult words at you guys? So
yes, very often.
It happens often?
Yes.
Okay. In terms of like improving reading and writing for our students, you're saying this program contributes to that. Is it all schools who participate in it, or how do schools get involved?
Well, all schools in the country are invited. We know at this stage that not all schools participate, but we would certainly want to extend the program, and we have gone through advocacy in terms of, you know, even schools that may not know about the program. We've made it even on our website, and promotion materials as well that we have done. So we really would love to see all schools participating.
Okay, sounds like a fun program, of course, to be part of. Let's take, is it Nedman on the line? Hello, Nedman? Nedman, hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
You there?
Yes, we're here.
Yeah, I just want to comment with regard to spelling bee.
Yes.
Do you think is it fair to combine all nations with regard to this? Because some children are attending public schools, and the other tribe are Indians, others are attending model schools. So would it be fair if, because spelling bee is being done in English, would it be fair to combine all nations, including the Indians, the Fana-speaking people, the Xhosa-speaking people? Because others have got more advantage than the others, because already they agree with this English and they are able to spell words correctly, they are able to write spelling correctly, having more advantage than others who are still learning the language.
All right, let's hear what the department thinks, because they're the ones who run it and they deal with the children. It looks like,
I think at the moment we know that it is still run in English. But we have started to explore also the other languages as well, especially African languages. Our Director General has challenged us to look into how we can expand the program so that it also focus on African languages as well. But I can tell you at the moment, learners from different backgrounds are actually winning the competition.
Because it's just about determination and preparing yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we're taking your calls, of course, this morning to be part of our conversation on 0114471742. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, Tshegofatso. I mean, you come from Polokwane.
Yes.
Did you think about, okay, you're gonna come into a multicultural situation, does that put you at a disadvantage? Did it bother you that you're gonna be competing with other children from affluent areas, not so affluent areas, things like that?
No, it didn't bother me at all, because like I know it's all about determination, and if you're determined at anything you do, you can excel at that. So I was not worried. It did not bother me at all.
And you, Yuraya?
Well, I've always had a way with languages. So when I found out about the spelling bee, I wasn't really bothered by the fact that there'd be other groups involved in it. I just knew that if I prepared well myself, I would do my best.
Okay. All right, of course, let's take Omi on the line. Hello, Omi. Mpomi? Hi, Mpumi.
Hello?
Yes, Mpumi, I think your TV is on, so we're gonna have a problem communicating. But can you comment quickly?
Hello?
Okay. She's got her TV on. That's just gonna be a bit of a challenge. All right. We spoke. So, how do the schools actually help prepare the children? Do they make it part of their curriculum? How does it work?
Well, it is part of curriculum. Obviously, they're doing language at school and English, to be specific. So it is part of that. So what we normally do is we allow schools to register, for example, on time before the closing date, so that we can then start making preparations for the competition. Yeah.
So do you mix public schools and private schools, or is it specifically just for public schools?
Well, this one is a departmental one, so it will be for all public ordinary schools. Yes.
Okay. So what's the most difficult words that you guys came across?
The difficult words are like neophyte, idiosyncrasy, like those words. Yeah.
And for you?
It must have been vicissitude.
What is that? Vicissitude.
Yeah, the spelling is extremely complicated.
Okay. All right, Mpumi is back on the line. Hello, Mpumi. Okay. All right. I don't know how you do it. How I would get to remember spelling is like I break down the word, like sort of like phonetically, and like really work the word. Like, okay, vicissitude. I don't know if I could be able to spell that, but I'm sure there's an S and a C somewhere. V. It starts with a V, right?
Yes.
I. S.
No,
I-E. V-E-S-C.
It's R.
R. Oh my goodness. There you have it. Okay. So, but that must be, so you have to sort of like break down the word and put it back together. Okay. So what was the easiest words for you? If those are the most difficult or the most memorable word, it's the words that you fell in love with and said, oh, I'm always going to use this word because I really just, it captured me. Was there a word like that?
The easiest words are like dichotomy, recycle, and pseudonym.
But I'm saying like a word that you say, oh, I discovered this word. It's like, I love this word and I'm glad that I came across this word. Is there any words that you
Yeah, it's like chrysanthemum.
What?
Chrysanthemum.
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 Wow. What is that?
It's a flower.
It's a flower. Okay. What word you came across?
Probably bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea.
Yeah, it's a beautiful flower.
Okay, so both of them stacked with a flower, something beautiful. Okay, Mr. Ngobese, you keep shaking your head because you're like, I've never had these words myself. Okay.
Yeah, no.
What is the plan for the spelling bee to take it to the next level? So, continentally, globally, because I mean, spelling bees there's movies been made about it. I know there was also a big one in other parts of the continent. What's the next level for our children?
Yeah, for now, we actually are exploring, like I indicated earlier on, the introduction of African languages, but also we also want to take part in international competition. We just have to make sure that we make those contacts so that we plan accordingly. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, let's talk to you guys. It was between grade 4 and grade 6s, right? So we want to make sure that in the next 2-3 years we produce more children like yourselves. So parents are watching this morning, and some children might be who are smaller. How can they sort of like start preparing themselves to be able to be at the level where you guys are at 12?
Well, they have to like read, because to be able to be good at spelling, you have to read a lot. So they have to like read newspapers, magazines, books, and all that sort of stuff. And like they can also research it and like research the winning words and stuff like that, so that they can start practicing now.
Yuraya?
Even watching the news, like you come across some really amazing words, because new words are invented every single day.
Yeah.
So I'd encourage learners to if they really want to do it, they need to be determined, find the words, find their origins, and also use it in their everyday life to be able to understand it in context.
Okay. So what are you guys currently reading? Since you're saying they need to read, what books are you reading? Do you guys belong to like libraries? What do you do?
I read books, a lot of books, almost all books. Like I read books like Little Women, Alice in Wonderland, a lot of books actually. I'm a book lover.
You're a book lover.
Yes.
Okay.
I read practically anything I can get my hands on.
Okay. So you guys just disappear in the world of reading.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's a good start. There you have it, parents and little learners, that you just have to love reading. Okay. How do we make sure, Mr. Ngobese, that we encourage parents to make sure that they nurture children to get to this level? I'm sure the teachers are doing that, but what role can parents also play?
I think parents really play a critical role, you know, in just pushing their learners towards the love of reading. You know, from the stuff that they buy their children, be it interesting magazine for their age specific, you know, specific age. I think books as well, buying them books, you know. I know sometimes we spoil our children and we buy all fancy things like that, but I think buying them stuff that will actually help them. Yeah, I think that will be the way to go.
They say always leave books lying around in the house and they'll gravitate towards them. Well, I guess take away the gadgets. It's the biggest problem that we're having. Guys, so thanks very much for coming through, and congratulations. I'm not even going to try with like some of the words here that I've been given. So that's your check there, Tshegofatso.
Yes.
So what are you going to do with the 3,000 rands?
Obviously, I'm gonna buy some books.
You're gonna buy some books.
Yes.
Okay, and this is your certificate.
Yes.
So you're the champion for this year.
Yes.
Then you have to challenge your position next year. You still get to take part next year? No?
No.
No, that's it.
Yes.
All right. And that's it for you as well this year.
Yes.
Oh well, great stuff, guys. Thanks very much for coming through. Yeah, I'm looking at these words. I'm not even gonna try and read them. Tyrannosaurus septicemia. No thanks. All right. Do stay with us. It is Sunrise live right here on ETV with our Spelling Bee champions. We're speaking to Director of Sports and Enrichment from the Department of Basic Education, Sfiso Ngobese, and of course our winners, Tshegofatso Morapedi, and second runner-up, Yuraya Manicum.